Coach Deborah has a passion and purpose to assist young men, ages 15 to 24, to overcome obstacles and build their best lives. She wants to see every young man live out their potential. She has a master's degree in human services counseling, with a major in life coaching. More importantly, she is the mother of 3 boys, who are exceptional, educated, professional men. Coach Deborah believes it is better to train early, rather than need to fix later. She utilizes basic principles and God-led concepts. Sometimes the only thing a young man has is their credibility or their name. The actions they take are based on the decisions they make. Those decisions align with their choices and result in consequences. Coach Deborah can assist you if you are lost, floundering, or confused. Embrace the help and start building your best life today.
Good evening, good evening. Happy Tuesday. Glad to have everyone here. 2 of my favorite people on here with me today. Hi, Coach Ricardo. Hi, RJ.
Hello.
Howdy.
All right. I am super excited. 2024, this year we are talking about a blueprint for success. You have to put plans together in order to make sure that your journey is an effective one. And so I'm just loving it. So I thank you all for tuning in today. I thank you for your support, always tuning in, commenting, praying for us, sharing the content. Please keep doing so because that means so much to us. We greatly appreciate it. And thank you all for coming in. I see some of our exciting fans on here tonight. So we're going to have a good time. Thank you, Agnes, Dan, Karen, Maria. You're looking forward to seeing your comments and what you have to say about our great topic that we have tonight. But before we get started with all that, I know you have probably all heard from Coach Ricardo as well as RJ before, but they always have something new that's going on, especially RJ. He was telling me about some exciting things, so I know he can't wait to share. So go ahead, fellas.
Thank you so much for having us. I mean, this is a first for me because, you have surprised me on a number of occasions with my son popping in at these virtual conferences we've had over the years. And now for both of us to be answering some questions live together. Thank you so much for helping us to make memories. So I'm looking forward to the night.
Great.
And thank you so much for the opportunity here as well. I've loved every single time I get to pop in and surprise my dad. It's priceless. Every time. Every single time we get him. And it's such a great, a dynamic duo thing we get going on, being able to pop in and surprise him like that. And thank you also, for the opportunity for me to be able to come on here and, spread my voice and be able to continue to build upon myself as a young man and as a speaker as well. So it's going to be a great time. We're going to have some great conversations this evening.
Yes, I know we will. And I cannot wait for this topic. But, we live in a world where so many people feel privileged and they think that the world owes them everything. They don't need to work for anything. Any promotion comes up, it's there for them. They just feel privileged. But that to me is perplexing. But we do have something that I refer to as basic principles, sometimes life principles. And I think those are key. A lot of people in previous years or centuries, basic principles, that was the thing. You learn those as soon as you could talk or understand what was going on. They were taught in school and people lived by those guiding principles. Today, we don't see a lot of that. So our conversation tonight is going to be based on guiding principles because your basic principles and life skills are something that will never, ever go away. There's always a need for those type things. So the first question that I kind of want to get you to think about is, what is your perspective as far as why are guiding principles essential in our worlds today?
Well, I'll jump in and start first. Like I said, this is something else. I'm so looking forward to this. But guiding principles. One of the things I believe is principles are like lighthouses. They don't move, and they're not seasonal, and they're not based on fashion. They're standards that remain, and I think that's what everybody should have. We should have some guiding principles that remain in season and out of season. These remain, and so that's what I've been trying to live by, and hopefully that's the message that I've been sharing everywhere I've gone.
What was it? I would definitely just go along to, agree and concur with a lot of things that my dad just previously said. Guiding principles are something that are supposed to be timeless. It's supposed to be ageless, in a time in which that we live in. So many things are rapidly moving and changing, to trends, to people, to news and fashion. Things come and go as they please. But something that should always remain standalone, and should always remain as a pillar, not only as a part of your life, but a part of your community and the people that you surround yourself with as well, is a great set of guiding principles. Those are the things that, continue to propel you into the person that you become later on in the future. Because as we see, history oftentimes repeats itself. Whenever we look at all those great people that we may look up to for great mentors in our past, a lot of those things and a lot of those principles continue to repeat themselves over and over again in time. So to achieve great heights, again, that our previous ancestors have achieved before, we must also follow in their footsteps of wisdom that they laid before us.
Awesome. I like that. Boy, yeah. That lighthouse, that'll preach, Coach.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Now, we got a comment. I can't let this comment pass from Andrea Pratt-Smith over there in the Bahamas. She said, hey, y'all, hailing from Nassau, Bahamas, fly those Bahamian flags.
Yeah, so good.
They representing.
All day.
God's proud baby.
242 to the world.
Let them know.
All right. Well, we have, so when we talk about guiding principles, I think about ethics that we want people to have. We want our children to be respectful, whatever. But as you look around, a lot of times what you see is people that are disrespectful to others. We see rude behaviors. We see people that use profanity. They don't care who the audience is that they're around. People that are just over aggressive. And when I say over aggressive, I don't mean like in a normal conversation, but those drivers that will just get in the turn lane, the jump in front of you to cut you off, or jump in front of you in line knowing they're not next, just too aggressive or being rude, in other words, not having concern for someone else's reputation. And these are just some of the behaviors that we see that are due to a lack of individuals having leading and following those guiding principles. So what are 2 or 3 essential principles that you think people should return to that will have a significant impact on the plight of the world?
I'm going to let RJ take that first.
Gotcha. I have some great ones here for it.
All right.
So one that I actually just recently literally texted to one of my other fraternity brothers is he was asking for some advice and encouragement to, go out here and work out in this very cold weather that we've got, right? And one of the guiding principles that I believe that I'm really looking to strive on to and really push on for in this coming year of 2024 is that fear is temporary, but regret is forever. Mm. So with that being the case, there are times and moments that you'll have in life where you'll be where you feel averse to go and take these large steps, and whether those be large steps that you've never taken before or large steps that that you've taken before, but you're just afraid to re-enter that arena. Knowing that these obvious guiding principles, that these pillars in your life that these pillars put in your life that have shown great value and have shown great roots to produce great things in life. Knowing that they have various things that also can be very fearful and be very daunting, be very, challenging at times. Those are some of the values that I feel like gives it the encouragement to it gives it its true value. You know, if it was easy, then everyone would do it. So understanding the fact that, you know, fear is temporary and regret is forever is a principle and a concept that I feel like I hold on very dear to my heart for this coming year in 2024. And the fact that you always have to be ready to conquer and challenge into the next parts of your life. So continue to go on that same idea and that same concept of, you know, pushing and always striving for the best and next best thing. A lot of those other striving for the new and greatest thing that comes ahead of you isn't always done by achieving and striving for new things. Sometimes it's done by going back to the old and core great principles. So with that being the case, another great principle that I would like to say that I hold on to as well is one second, I had it written down in my notes. Sorry. Let's see here. Oh, yep. So the comfort zone is where your dreams will then also go to die. So knowing that fear and knowing that knowing that shrinking down to the moment and one of the other great basketball analogies I hear oftentimes a lot, sports analogies in general, is the idea that the lights were too bright. You know, things got too big in the moment and you shied away from the moment. Knowing that the comfort zone and the whole idea of stretching out beyond your bounds, stretching out beyond what you feel like you're comfortable and what you feel like you can achieve is truly the base principle and is truly the core ingredient of what it takes to become the best version of you and build your best life. So with those two being, I'll just leave it off with 2 short points. One of the things I'm working on for 2024 as well is getting straight to the point and getting straight to the meat and potatoes or something. So with those 2 points I'd like to leave you guys with is that fear is temporary and that regret is forever. And that the comfort zone is where your dreams will go to die. Never get too comfortable and never be too afraid, because that moment will only last in there. But whatever you did whatever great seed that you sowed can go on for generations.
We're going to go ahead and book some speaking tours, R&R. R&R. Ricardo and Ricardo, okay?
Yes, sir.
You know, never get comfortable. This is so good. I would add on to what RJ just said, 3 guiding principles. For me, number 1, someone is assigned to help you. You know, there's just so many people who won't raise their hands for help. The Bible says you have not because you ask not. And failing to realize that you don't have to do it alone is one of those things people have not captured. And I think it's a guiding principle. Knowing that someone is assigned to help you should bring joy to your heart. But if you become accustomed to not asking for help, then you start to reinforce the idea, I don't ask anybody for anything. Well, that's actually not wisdom. You know, and so that would be the first one. The second one I would say is days are expensive. You know, a day wasted is a day you'll never have again. That's a guiding principle. Getting up, understanding, I wake up with determination. I go to bed with satisfaction because the clock is always ticking. The clock is always ticking. And if I don't use the second, the minutes, the hours correctly, then here's what's going to happen. You'll never have those hours, those minutes, those seconds again. They're gone. They're gone. And so time is so valuable. And then last but not least, your body. This is a guiding principle. Your body is the vehicle God uses to fulfill your assignment. Take care of it. When your body expires, your time is up. So for me, I'm learning that with this principle, it is easy to know it, but very few apply the principle to get the benefit from it. The Bible says it this way: your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. That's right. Keep it clean, take care of it. And so those are 3 guiding principles that are non-negotiable. Days are expensive. Someone is assigned to help you, and your body is your vehicle that God is going to use to help you fulfill your assignment. Take care of it.
That's good stuff. Now, Coach, your first one, someone is assigned to assist you. You know, Carol and I talk about it all the time. We love that one. But why is it that you think so many people fail to ask for that help, to get that help? They rather break down and you go into mental health or issues or something else rather than ask for help?
I think it's based on a couple of things. Number one, not realizing how the world is made up. All of us need somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs somebody. You need a mechanic for your car. You need a lawyer for court. You need a banker for finances. You need a doctor for your body. You need the garbage man for the trash. You need a plumber for the bathroom. Everybody's going to need somebody. And even if you think you're good at a lot, you're still not good at everything. And if you're going to get the most out of this life, I think it's people failing to realize to get the most out of life, you have to learn how to let go of what you are holding on to that you need not hold on to because somebody else has an expertise there. So I think number one, not understanding the makeup of how our world is built. I need you, you need me, we need each other. That's number one. Number two, pride. Pride. And pride to the point of, I'm not asking anybody for anything. What will people think if I ask for help? And the people who think low, negative, bad of you for asking for help, they are the people who shouldn't be that close to you for you to even care about what they think.
That's good. All right. Thank you so much. When we're talking about guiding principles, those of you who just tuned in, we're talking about guiding principles. And when we think about guiding principles, life skills, we're thinking about having good ethics, doing the right things, that type situation. So, why is it, do you think, that a lot of people will get on social media? And, that's just a popular thing now, but get on social media and just say anything, do anything, or post anything and not give it a second thought.
That's you, RJ.
Step in for that one. So I think that one of the things that, one of the reasons and why people may feel in the age in where everyone has a voice is what I like to call it, right? Was with Twitter being the proverbial town center or the town hall of the entirety of the internet. Everybody and anybody has a voice nowadays. I feel like one of the things that people oftentimes feel like they're yearning for is to be heard. And one of the things that, social media gives everybody an opportunity to is to be heard. Now, whether they need to be heard or not, that's a whole nother subject. Now, that being the case, social media is also a platform which not only being heard is a thing that can be widely open and available for everyone, but it sensationalized the power of it. It seems like whenever you turn around in every corner on social media, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, everything, right? It seems like there's another influencer, another person, looking to make their words people's world, right?
Right.
So with that being the case, it seems like people people all around the world are vying for their real estate in the world. And the new modern real estate today is oftentimes seen as the internet. It's seen as influence inside of people's homepages, on people's Twitter feeds, on people's Instagram feeds, on people's TV and everything like that, because it's now even reaching to the extent of that. Right. So with that being the case, I feel like the whole reasoning in which behind people may yearn and desire for going out to be heard so much is because of this modern era of words being the new gold and information and knowledge being the new gold and being the new golden currency. So everyone wants to be the person that knows it all. Everyone wants to be the person who's ahead of the curve to speak those words of wisdom for everybody to come in and listen to their town hall speech on their soapbox. But everybody's putting in the time to, have words of value to be said and to be and to truly be heard of, right? So that's what I would say for it.
Okay.
And I like what RJ said with the whole concept of everybody wants to be heard. There was a time you had an opinion, you shared it with those who were on your porch. and that's as far as it went. And now you can have somebody in their basement communicating to millions. I mean, like instantly, nobody even knows who they are, how they flow and go about life. They're tapped into a level of attention because of what the internet has brought. And I think it's never going to change. I think what it does set us up to understand the world is broader and information is so much more accessible, and everybody does have an opinion. And then you have to be selective. You have to choose. And the thing, everything is on Facebook, or everything is on Twitter, or everything's on LinkedIn. But one thing that I like about all of those platforms, if you don't have an interest in it, they won't push it to you.
Yep.
If you don't have, so if you're not interested in gossip, if you're not interested in politics, if you're not interested in buying the latest gadgets, guess what? You will not see much on your feed, those things.
Yep.
But if you were to touch those things, if you were to watch those things, if you were to start reading those things, guess what happens? They start bombarding you with those things. And so I think it's a personal responsibility on our part to say, I don't listen to trash. I've seen some videos going throughout the net about a lot of different people, influential people and different stuff. I don't watch a lot of that stuff because I realize what it is. And I choose not to allow that to contaminate my spirit, because that's not what I want to be fed.
What you feed today grows. Yep.
Yep.
What you feed today grows. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a t-shirt. Okay, come on, put that in the
Yeah, put that in the comments.
Put that in the comment.
Yes, I like that. That's good. I believe that. So, talking about the social media has got me thinking. So, since social media is such a prevalent source of getting that information out, and there's so many different avenues, if you had one basic principle that you wanted to get out to as many people as possible, what would that one guiding principle be?
Man, that's a good one. What is it? You want me to take this one, Dad, or you got it?
I mean, I'm ready. After you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Well, I'm gonna give the seniority over on this one.
All right.
I'll take it.
What is one thing? I think it would be have a growth mindset.
Yep.
I think it would be have a growth mindset. You would be amazed the amount of people that are not winning, they're not doing well, they're really just in a bad place because they have what they call a fixed mindset. I'm not going to change my mind. That's just the way I am. Nobody can tell me anything. If I can broadcast a comment on a statement, on a belief system that people everywhere would embrace, should it be heard by me through the internet, I would say everybody embrace a growth mindset, because a growth mindset will open you up for better. It will open you up for correction. It'll open you up for more. It'll open you up for the opportunities that are ahead of you. Coach Deborah, there are a lot of people who are not where they should be because they have a fixed mindset rather than a growth mindset. On a fixed mindset, nothing or no one is going to change their mind. A growth mindset says, that's interesting. Let me look into that. I'll try it. Even if I've never tried it before, I'm open to learning and discovering what is true for me to get to the place of better. Your turn, RJ.
Yeah, I love that. So you gave me a good bit of time to think on mine as well, right? So the principle I feel like that I would love to see broadcast out and for people to take heavily into heart is the community in which you build around yourself. Control your habitat. Wow. Kind of piggybacking previously off of what you were saying before, Dad, is in how someone is assigned to help you. Not only we've talked so much about the power and the virality of social media and how you can have so many different influences and opinions and everything coming in from all around the world, and that includes all the different influences you can take on your own personal basis and for those things that you put on a day-to-day time. Whenever it comes to one of the things that I like to bring to mind whenever it says controlling your habitat and keeping that in mind is the fact that whenever you wake up in the morning, in the first hour, what is something that I guarantee almost everyone on this planet does, that has one at least? You check your phone. At some point in time, you're opening up that phone within the first hour that you are even opening up your eyes, right? So with that being the case, go ahead and put in the work and put in the time and put in the effort to make these devices that you interact with on a daily basis, and not only interact with, but are for a lot of us, not only our livelihood, but our entertainment, but our our getaways, our way of striving and looking for different ways and different avenues to grow and get better. Make these things work for you. So whether it be changing your wallpaper, which is one thing that I believe, although it's a small thing, I feel it's a great principle. It's not a great principle, but it's a great idea and a great concept to put ahead to, make the small change to change your mindset early. Change your wallpaper. Change it from whatever celebrity or whatever TV show or whatever music artist that you're a big fan of. Change it to something that inspires you. Change it to something that you feel like really gets you riled up in the beginning of the day. So whenever you open up that phone, first thing you're seeing is, what was it? First thing you see, what was it? What was that quote that I gave you a little bit ago? Fear is temporary, regret is forever. Whenever you open up, fear is temporary, regret is forever. What you feed grows. Make sure that the first thing you see whenever you wake up in the morning is something to begin that habitual mindset of growth and mentality, and just get to even further than where you are today. Because if you go ahead and put in that work for those small steps that you take today, your tomorrow will be that much better.
So good.
Awesome. I love that. Now, everybody should want to get up in the morning and put one of those two or both in your favorite social media app. Can have a growth mindset.
Yeah. Control
your habitat.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love it.
Yes. All right. This is good. This is good. All right, Coach RJ. Please advise our audience on utilizing guiding principles to direct them in effective living as they build their best lives.
Yeah.
You want me to go for it?
Oh, what was it? Okay, that was an alley-oop. My bad. What was it? The basketball term. That was an alley-oop off the glass. Let me finish that.
I think that's yours first, RJ.
Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and finish it. All right. So, what was it? So a guiding principle that I would go ahead and take off for everybody to, what was it? To spur off and get this momentum for the rest of your year going off correctly, right? Is for you to go out ahead and, like I was saying before, not only post these things on your social media apps, but do the work to put it in for your day-to-day interactions. Now, if you don't open up your phone, go ahead and toss it on your computer. Now, if you don't go on your computer, go ahead and put it on a book or something like that. Put a great book next to your dress in the morning. So whenever you turn over and look over, you're seeing something that's already starting your mindset off in the correct headspace. And the next thing to go on to continue to further build upon that is going back to the principle that my dad was talking about before previously, is your body is your temple. Your body is the one that you have that you will never get another one of, and time, obviously. But take care of the temple that you're given. Go ahead and make sure the first thing you insert into your body for the day is some water. It is the fuel and it is the lifeblood of what you need on a day-to-day basis. Go ahead and make a few small changes here and there for what your diet is to be. Where you might have gotten McDonald's, go ahead and take the salad. Where you might have gotten a burger, maybe swap it out for some lettuce buns or something like that. Take the small steps required to take care of your temple. Because not only that, will it make you feel better then in that moment, but it will make you feel better for your future. Because when you take care of your body will then take care of you. And all these different things are connected into each other very, very, very keenly. You may think that, my stomach ache isn't really going to matter too much for me, later on in the day. But if you have a stomach ache every single day, I guarantee that your days aren't going to seem as bright. If you're sitting there and you're having aching pains from, not going to the gym and not ever running or walking for hours upon a day because you sit down in your office job all day, you're going to feel it later on in the day whenever you're sitting there whenever it's tiring just to walk up to the door of your house or your car. So do those small things that it takes, do those small little pieces and build up momentum for your life to continue to lead on to the rest of the year for 2024. Because we're only getting started, ladies and gentlemen. And it's your time and it's your choice to build up the rest of opportunity and rest of momentum to change your year. A lot can happen in a year. And don't make it as much of a daunting task to say, I have 365 days I got to get right. No, you have 1 hour to get right. And once you get that 1 hour right, you can get the next one right. And once you get that next one right, you can get the next one right. And then after that, the momentum will build and roll on for the rest of your year. Stay to it. It's so much easier to quit than it is to stay to it. But if it was easy, everybody would do it. So.
Wow. I mean, that right there, we could dissect that whole thing, what he just said, and just live off of that. Okay. That was so good. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my son, RJ. And look at this right here. I have a book, Coach Deborah. I don't know if you've seen this one before. That's him and I on the cover.
I remember that photo shoot.
Yeah. Yeah. He was 13. How old are you now?
21, almost 22.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, he was 13, and we had a photo shoot, and this book is called Parenting with Purpose,
right.
equipping kids to succeed in life. Now, this is my newest book, Effective Living. People say, "Why you like being on the cover of your book, huh?"
Of course.
I do. No, but the principles RJ just mentioned are in the book, and I was telling somebody earlier. RJ, we were talking. Somebody I was talking with, and I told them. I said years ago. I remember when RJ was 7 and 9 and 12, and he would be in the back seat of the car listening to Jim Rohn, listening to Les Brown, listening to John Maxwell, and different leaders that were influencing me. And even though he was in the back seat of the car, a lot of parents don't realize that level of content. You know, that level of content is planting seed. The Bible says faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word. It says the word of God. So here's what I'm saying about effective living. Okay, effective living is principles to live by. That's really what it's at. And I made sure when I wrote the book, Coach Deborah, I wanted to make sure that it was timeless. Like literally the principles were universal, and they would apply to anybody. It's like RJ saying, take care of your body. It's like learning how to understand the importance of developing the mind. It's having a growth mindset. All of those things and so much more is in the book. But here's the deal. The truth is easy to find. We live in a world that is loaded with information. It is application that's the game changer. It's application. And so what you want to do, I heard RJ said it, what you want to do is you don't want to get focused on the full year. What you want to do is focus on today. You want to say, what did I learn that I can apply today? And then when you wake up tomorrow, what have I learned that I can apply that day? And if you keep applying what you learn over time, your life will change for the better.
That's facts. Couldn't have said it better.
Awesome. Application, game changer.
Yeah.
I love it. Y'all definitely have to take this on the road. Y'all awesome team. I love it.
Thank you for having us. This is totally different. I've never done this before, you know, and to be able to have a conversation and be asked questions with my young adult son on this great platform. Coach Deborah, once again, you have done this a few times, surprised me with RJ popping in like this. And I'm so proud of him. We're happy for how God is using him and the wisdom he is grabbing a hold to and is choosing to now walk out in his life. And so the best is yet to come. I believe that.
Yeah, most definitely. I cannot wait. We were talking before we started, and he's telling me these classes he's taking. I just cannot wait. I mean, I'll give him a good year and a half. I can't wait.
Yes.
Well, there's gonna be some great things to come, y'all. Gonna see it.
All right. That's what I like. Confidence. Knowledge is power. The application of knowledge is power. Yes.
Yeah.
And, you know, I often think of the guiding principle that my mom, she used to always tell me, and I don't care if it was a job I was going on or somebody asked me to do something, she would look at me and she would say, if you're not going to do it to the best of your ability, tell them you can't do it, let somebody else do it.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, you know, I take that to heart, and sometimes I kind of like overdo it, I think. But you know, somebody send me something and I want to critique it and get it right instead of just answering the questions. I gotta, you know, but I think those basic principles, like you say, they're like a lighthouse. They guide the way. They're not going anywhere. They are built to be sturdy, to guide us, and always be there when you're in trouble. You know, when the ships are in trouble, that lighthouse kind of guides them. So that's what they are.
Head towards the light.
Yes. Always.
Only steer you true.
Yeah. So again, thank y'all so much, and thank everyone for tuning in. This has been amazing. I'll be back on Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and my topic is going to be phase 2. And again, the theme for this month is before the blueprint. So I'm going to talk about phase 2 on Thursday. Make sure that you check out my website, www.buildyourbestlife.org. Check out the blog that comes out each Monday. Look at our calendar of events. We have 4 major events each year, and they will be here. The first one will be here before you know it, May. Begins May 6th, but check out our calendar as well. The services that I offer, I am a life coach. I am here to assist and help. You're talking about being, asking somebody for help. Sometimes we know that we need that help and we won't even take that first step. A first step is just a free consultation. How can I assist you? So consultations, coaching, speaking, webinar speaking, and of course, again, the book, Build Your Best Life. And it is about your life, your actions, your credibility, overcoming obstacles, using basic principles to build your best life. So you can get your copy, autographed copy right away by going on my website or direct message. And you can get the Kindle version on Amazon.com. But we appreciate our fan base. You are so loyal. We love the comments. Keep them coming. And again, thank you so much, Coach, for supporting. Every time I ask if you are available, you're here. And RJ is the same. So I love you both. Thank you so much.
Somebody said, when RJ book coming out? So RJ, did you hear that?
All right, RJ.
I get to work on it, man. I'll give y'all a timeline soon. Coming soon to a city near you.
Yeah, he got himself all. He is a chip off the old block because he was telling me his schedule. He has it packed.
Yeah.
So he's doing some great things. So I love it. Even it's not Rotary. What do you call it, RJ?
Rotaract.
Rotaract.
Doing a lot of great things. So I'm sure that book is not far behind.
Yes, indeed. Testimony coming soon.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you. So thank you. So please enjoy the rest of your evening. And if you can, I'll be looking forward to seeing you on Thursday. Be there in the morning, Coach and RJ. Have a wonderful day at school tomorrow.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.